We're going to talk about what I personally have coined this term. I take very great pride in this term. This is called the red pill gluttony stage. For you guys that don't know what gluttony means, gluttony is habitual greed or excess in eating, overeating, overconsumption. And this is something that happens to guys like me who figure the women thing out. Once you figure it out, there is a very good side to it and there's a very bad side to it. The red pill gluttony stage is overconsumption of the truth that you have internalized. And what this really translates into is you having a lot of sex with a lot of women. The red pill gluttony stage can go on forever if you do not get it under control. So you get it all figured out. You figure out the women, you figure out the fashion, you figure out the body. You've got your system down to a science. I'm pimping in my sleep. It's so easy. And they all do what I say, or they get the hell out. Once you get this figured out, guys, it can be very addicting. One of the greatest feelings in the world for myself is when I put my dick into some new pussy. Once you get your system figured out, once you figure out how to sleep with women for a relative low cost and also a relative low time cost, low mental exertion. If I were to go onto a date these days, the girl is definitely having sex with me on the first date. All I need is her to, with an open mind, a venue to have a conversation. Dinner's fine. Coffee's fine. Conversation with a hot dude, those panties are coming off. 150%. And they're matching her bra. Because at the end of the day, if they're going on a date with you, you're 50% there. What is the red pill gluttony stage? This is a stage in your life where really you are just running through girls. All you do is eat, sleep, and breathe womanizing. So my red pill gluttony stage, really, there's like two waves of super red pill awareness. And the first one happened to me at 27. I've had tons and tons and tons of sex with a bunch of women all over the world. I didn't use a lot of money to do that. I never used money to get women. I used game. You know, I took the big jump to come to Japan, and coming out here, and most guys don't even have a passport. So it's a big move for me to come out to Japan and live here in Tokyo. And everybody just thinks like, you know, oh, this guy couldn't get laid in America, so he just moved to Japan to get laid. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's just a projection of like how A, how pathetic they are, and B, how like they look down on other races and other people, just to think like, just because I'm not Japanese, girls are gonna line up to have sex with me. And certainly not the case, especially in Japan. And that's when I really started getting my stride. I was still doing the whole dating thing, like 1 date, 2 date, 3 date, sex. 1 date, 2 date, 3 date, sex. And then I was able to wean it down to like 2 dates. Then eventually 1 date. I had also mastered the art of insta-sex, like filtering girls, like, you know, catching them like how horny is she at this time of the day? How horny is she at that moment? Is she ready to come over right away? How does she feel about you? And those are all very, very important factors to factor in because, you know, this is a science. I'm taking a scientific approach to this. You eventually are able to wean it down to the point where you're getting girls and you're having sex with them within the first date, first 24 hours or less of meeting. It is no feat for me nowadays if I were to get a girl's number in the morning and sleep with her by that same day, that night. And I don't know if you guys caught this, but this is part of getting to the level where I am now. You don't value sex anymore because it's just so easy to get. It's just like how I can easily pick up this bottle and like take off the cap here and have a sip with ease. That's how easy it is for me to get sex, because I've got this thing figured out. And I have no value. I'll take this bottle and I throw it on the floor. It's no value to me. 27 is when I really hit my first stride. And I was dating a lot of girls and I was getting it handled. Before that, I'd already slept with like 60-something girls at that point. And then I'd moved to Japan. In America, the quality of women is the lowest on the planet. America, UK, and Canada are the three places with the lowest quality woman. It's very low quality overall. If you were to correlate like financial status, mental health, physical health, and physical beauty. If you were to quantify those 4 factors, those nations are literally some of the worst in the world. When you go to a place where the quality of woman is higher, your determination and your willingness goes up. So I got over to Japan and I was like, wow, the women here are way better. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like I just kept on meeting so many high quality women that I wanted to meet more. Because everybody got into this because they wanted to get a girl that they couldn't get. That's why everybody looked into this thing. That's why everybody's here for the red pill. At some point, you could not get a girl that you wanted, and you wanted her so bad that you started looking for answers on the internet. You know, I went back to Florida, and I was working as a taxi driver. There was a girl behind the register, and I wanted her so bad. And then I ended up going out for Halloween with one of my pals. He's like, yeah, I invited some girls to come hang out with us. I was like, sweet, I like girls. So he shows up with these 3 sexy Latina girls. The white girl from behind the register at my job, and I'll never forget that. I was like, this is my chance. So I laid down my game. Within 30 minutes I was making out with her, and that night I took her home. And I was 31 at the time and she was 19, and that was some delicious sex. It was very fulfilling too, because I wanted her and I got it. It's one of the most fulfilling things in this world, is to want something, plan for it, and then get it. It validates you in so many ways. So my red pill gluttony phase probably lasted from age 27 to 31. 33 now. 4 years. Kind of long. You know, that's why some guys, they hang up the gloves. That's why, you know, if you guys watch Donovan Sharp, he said the exact same thing. And it's the same thing Andrew Tate said too. You just kind of get fed up with it. So the gluttony stage is necessary to go through. If you decide to get this part of your life handled, you're going to live life 100% on your terms. Or not 100%, but close to 100% on your terms. At age 27, I did that. Then age 28, I really sharpened my game to the next level, because that's when I was driving the taxi. And even though I had a girlfriend that I was living with at the time, I kind of resented her because we got together after I found out she was cheating or whatever, and I took her back. Even after I was red-pilled, I was still a little blue pill in some ways. Even though I had a girlfriend, I would meet girls in the taxi, and in 15 minutes, I would meet them, I would screen them, I would filter them, and get their numbers, and have sex with them. Some of them inside the taxi. It was one hell of a time. And I was in Hawaii too. Nothing but hot girls coming through everywhere. But if I didn't have this red pill knowledge, I would not have been able to do that. If your game and your sex is on point, you can have women paying for you. You can have women supporting you. You can have women taking care of you. I got a little chubby. I got up to like 27% body fat. Still good looking. Still charming as still razor sharp tongue. Dropping them panties and getting paid for it. And then when I was 29, that's when I got in like the real best shape of my life. That's when I really got shredded, pretty decent size. And that's when I just got a monsoon of pussy. Like I was drunk with power. I met a girl. First thing she said to me in the club was, I love you. This was in Osaka. She walked up to me. She's like, I love you. I was like, shit, bitch, I love you too. Then I went off and I kind of danced, do my own thing. Then I saw her again. And then she's like, hey, I love you. And I was like, yeah, I love you too. And then I took her by her hand and I pulled her out. I was like, let's go. Let's just go somewhere. And she's like, okay. We went back to my apartment. Then we were having sex, whatever. And then her phone starts ringing. And I kept on, I seeing a Japanese guy's name pop up on the phone. And she's calling. And then she's like, okay, shh, it's my boyfriend. And I was like, damn, this is evil. She picked up the phone. Beep. Moshi moshi. And she was talking to him like, oh, yeah, no, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm with my friend in someplace. And then she hung up. She's like, I have to go back to the club. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But you know, we had sex again. Then I sent her on her way. When I did all this shit, that's why, for me, it's just so hard for me to even trust a chick or trust a woman. I got a girl now, and I just always assume that someone's banging her, no matter what. You just got to make peace with that. That's part of this. That's part of understanding this pimping, is be completely detached from what a woman does. You just need to be in it for you. So I really started getting jaded with it all around like age 31. That's when I really just started realizing like, time, the effort, stress, all that, it's just not worth it anymore. You know, you get to the point where you're like, within 24 hours, you're having sex with 4 different girls. That's my record. Not 4 new girls. I remember it was like 3 girls that I knew and then 1 new girl, but like within 24 hours. In the red pill gluttony stage, you go through it all. You do the craziest stuff. You're having sex. I remember I used to have sex on the hood of my car. You have sex in parks. You have sex on benches. You have sex in the bathroom stall of nightclubs. You have sex in public places. You have sex in the room with other people. I remember my buddy and I went to this like hairdresser convention. We ended up picking up these 2 girls, and then we were in the hotel, and there's just 2 beds. We're like, all right, just don't look if you don't want to. We just both went at it. It was funny as shit. Yeah, you ended up doing it all. It's good for every man to go through the red pill gluttony stage, because it really helps you realize you truly were just overvaluing women and the ability to get sex. Once it becomes so easy, it's like supply and demand. You get a ton of supply, the demand goes down. I know right now, my girl call me up right now and say, it's over. Would I be sad? Probably. A little. Not that sad. Not that sad. I will go out there and I would replace her in a heartbeat. Now I'm focusing on other aspects of my life. Getting money, getting other stuff. It's more important to me. Getting a house, starting up some businesses. They just smell the confidence on you. Like for me, it doesn't even faze me to walk up to the hottest girl in the club, the hottest girl in the venue, and just start talking to her. I don't get like normal anxiety or anything. Like it's just nothing. Now, what makes me nervous is when I talk to millionaires. Like how I used to get nervous talking to like a super hot girl is now how I get like when I'm talking to like somebody like a multimillionaire or a millionaire. That's the kind of people I get nervous with now. I meet presidents of companies and stuff like that. Getting this gluttony stage handled, it's fun. It's super fun. Like anything, if you overconsume anything, it loses its value. Like I love pizza, but if I were to eat like 3 pizzas a day for a week, I would be like, yo, I'm disgusted with pizza. And I would start looking at pizza and be like, man, this shit is so bad for me. It's not healthy. There's so much chemicals in this shit. It's not natural. That's the same thing with the red pill gluttony stage. You go through it all. You get your red pill knowledge handled. You get on a couple dates. And then once you figure out your system, you'll know you'll have the system, because then you'll go through your gluttony stage. You'll just start running through girls, going through tons of different dates, and having the time of your life. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start getting tired of that. And then you're going to want to move on to the next stage of your life. And that's what the goal of modern life dating is. But some guys, they get caught in the gluttony stage for the rest of their life. And then they end up, 50s, no money, no savings, nothing. Just a bunch of stories. You have to have balance with this stuff as well. If you truly want to be red pill, you cannot forever be idolizing seeing women. You can't. Get in, get yours, get out. The gluttony stage is a trap, because at the end of the day, these women are taking things from you, taking your valuable time, your emotional energy. You don't want to be putting all that energy just wasted. Good situation just to have it all handled and done. To not pedestalizing this stuff, because it doesn't deserve it. When you go through this stage, right, then you do kind of give off this aura. Because most guys are pathetic. Most guys have like this scarcity mindset. Most guys are afraid to lose the woman. I'm looking for reasons to get rid of her. Like sometimes if I'm meeting a new girl and I fuck her, and I'm just like, I just want my sex, I'm just in and out, 3 minutes, I'm done. She's like, oh my God, you are so selfish. Blah, 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 blah. I'm never going to talk to you again. I'm like, whew, thank God. Thank God I don't have to deal with any heartache or any tears or anything. It's like, you're leaving. I'm happy. Thank you so much. May the force be with you. God bless you. Shalom, Allah Akbar, whatever you believe in, baby. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much, because I really didn't know how I was going to get rid of you. There's no value. Another thing that the gluttony stage does, you don't want to get stuck in the gluttony stage. But it's a nice place to be in, man. You get the validation. And then you also notice how the validation leaves once you get out of like what they want. You'll see girls that really, really like you, and then boom, they turn on you. And you're like, damn, that's full of shit. But yeah, I think that's going to do it today, guys. Talked about the red pill gluttony stage. What it is basically just running through tons of girls. And it's a good way to clean your system out. It's a good way to kind of just take women off the pedestal.